How's everybody doing? Good? All right. I see you over there in the corner. All right, I also see you too. And you right there sitting in the front. Now, what we're here to do is we're here to talk about 6 dimensions of health. 6 altogether. 6 dimensions of health. My name is Devin Terrell Robinson. Please call me Terrell. I much prefer to use my middle name. I don't know why. Actually, no, I do know why, because a lot of times, places where I grew up at, people would mispronounce my first name. I'm not sure if they did it on purpose or if it's because English was a second language to some people, and that's okay. All right, moving forward, everyone is going to know me as Terrell from now on. I prefer to use my middle name unless they're old family members or old friends of mine who will always know me by my first name because they've never messed up my first name. So when talking about 6 dimensions of health, we have 6. The first being physical health, which is also very, very important. The second is going to be social health. Are you socially healthy? I believe some of us are. Some of us not so much. The third, and obviously not the last, is going to be intellectual health. I don't really have a smart comeback for that one. It just is what it is. Intellectual health. Are you using your brain to the best of your ability, or are you twiddling your thumbs at home, or playing video games, or possibly masturbating your life away? I don't know. I'm not there. The fourth is going to be emotional health. Are you emotionally healthy? Are your emotions in check? Or are you the type of people that are always in your feelings? The fifth is going to be spiritual health. Do you believe in something? Even if you don't believe in anything, you believe that you do not believe in anything, which means you do believe in something. Touché. And the sixth is going to be environmental health. How do you deal with your environment? What do you think about your environment? Are you in a safe space? Are you somewhere where you feel like you can grow and develop? Welcome to Health101 with Professor Watson. I'm not Professor Watson. My name is Terrell Robinson. For the 6 dimensions of health, I got partnered up with Itzel Gallardo. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Itzel. The first name, I can't really get that wrong because, it's a really cool first name. But your last name, I'm not a native Spanish speaker. I'm native to the place that I walk on, but I'm not, Spanish is the second language for me. I don't really know Spanish, but, you get what I mean. So, by the power of Grayskull. And at first you would probably think that this assignment would be difficult, but when you have a detailed pre-write for your work, it should be like a walk in the park. Sort of. So this is a no signal segment, something that I usually use for my own personal work. It acts as a buffer for the everyday woes that I experience. Doing something like this kind of allows me to free up my mind without a filter. I feel like I need, like, you know, the fucking teleprompter. You know what I mean? I feel like I need a teleprompter behind my phone so I can be, you know, so I can be looking at the camera, but then like I'm looking over at the prompt. You know what I mean? It's a really fucking difficult process, you guys. I don't really know how to do this shit. So I figured I could just add this to my college portfolio or add it to my assignments as I need to, and maybe it'll all look like one cohesive idea at some point in my life. Itzel Gallardo may appear reserved, quiet, and like she doesn't know much. But once you get to know her, you will find that she's actually a very chill person. Or at least that's what I've observed. For the 6 dimensions of health regarding Itzel Gallardo, she enjoys working out when time allows for it. And it's just something that she does to keep her body fit. For Itzel Gallardo, being social is a no-brainer when you have friends that you can rely on and people in your inner circle that you can talk to. Something Itzel enjoys doing is hanging out with her friends in her spare time. And much like other young people of our generation, this acts as a way to balance out her life. Because all work and no play isn't good for any of us. Intelligence is a very difficult thing to measure. As our society has progressed, we know that there are distinct characteristics when it comes to intelligence. But for Itzel, to keep her mental muscle strong, she prefers to read in her spare time or perhaps watch mystery television shows. Emotional health is very important. I would say that intellectual and emotional health are really just 2 sides of the same coin. Itzel finds that talking to oneself is an important way to maintain one's mental health. Because you will find that your brain actually has more insight when learned to use properly. Spiritual health. I think spirituality is something that we all battle with. Everyone has something that they believe in, whether they choose to believe that statement or not. For Itzel, believing in a higher power is very important to her. But she's also a young person that's trying to figure things out for herself. Her family grew up, let me run that back. Her family grew up with Catholicism in their home. Her family grew up with Catholicism as their main staple of belief in a higher power. Her family grew up with Catholicism as a main staple in their household when it comes to believing in a higher power. Fuck my life. Her family grew up with Catholicism as their main staple in their belief in a higher power. For environmental health, one's environment shapes who they are as a person. And much like spirituality, an environment can play just as crucial of a role. For Itzel, it's simple. She likes to keep her personal space clean and well kept. And that completes this segment of No Signal for the assignment regarding 6 dimensions of health. Once again, I am Devin Terrell Robinson. Please call me Terrell. This is the end. I'm tired. I'm hungry. And in order to maintain my mental health, I have to get back to my masturbation.